Mr. Fridge, I somehow got assigned as a judge to Burgundy Bluffs. So, like I'm doing with every other course that I'm judging, I'm going to make a judge's notes. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say to, in my opinion, one of the better designers in the game. But, yeah, here we are. I've not played it. It probably, in fact, I think it just came out sometime this morning. This is Sunday the 7th. 3:15 Pacific time, so sometime then, but I noticed it's already been approved by Ben. And then I saw on this judging schedule that I was assigned it, so here we are. So, a couple things I've been saying to other people to just keep in mind that I don't design, so you're not going to get any design feedback from me. I'm looking at this strictly from a scheduler's point of view. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure you've heard all this before, you know it all anyway, but my main concerns are the playability and the shot value of the course, and then how nice and clean it looks. And then I'm looking at its suitability for a CC tournament, whether that's pro or AM. It could be either. Ideally, it would be both, depending on the conditions, but theoretically, it could be either. Alright, so with that in mind, let's get started. I watched you design bits and pieces of this in your stream, but I really wasn't paying all that much attention, considering that I knew you were going to publish this, and there was a possibility I might end up judging it. It's kind of funny that the judges aren't selected until you've submitted the course, and it's in a predetermined order, and so it just happened to be my turn. So it's kind of funny that it ended up being me, but it is what it is. Like you tend to do, you nailed this first tee shot look. I mean, it's just nice, just lovely. Not a huge fan of the weather choice, but it does fit the theme. You know, it's a request of the superiors at TGC Tours that we not use default for every single round. So I'm curious how this is going to look on light clouds. I don't know that clear would be the best, but we'll see. I defaulted everything except for the fairways because it's got that stupid soft fairway bug. And I noticed you said firmer conditions were better in the course thread, so I put it as firm fairways, but everything else is default. So you've got a nice medium wind here, dead into my face. And then I proceed to fast one into the bunker. That's a good start. Keep in mind that, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. Well, that's an ugly first pin here, Fridge. Oh boy. That is an ugly first pin. Wow. I've been doing this for a long time, so what I shoot on this course is irrelevant. You see, I'm pretty much going to speed golf my way through. And I'm a PGA player playing master clubs, so don't judge my score good or bad as any indication of its course quality. Because I'm not going to take a lot of time reading putts and hitting shots, etc., etc., etc. That is an ugly first pin. Not a huge fan of that first pin, if I'm being honest. It's a little difficult for CC players. That whole left side of the green wasn't too bad. But that little corner and then sticking the pin there as pin 1 on hole 1. It's kind of a wake-up call for some people. Again, a nice, pretty look here. I meant to look at the scorecard. I'll do that here in a second. Oh, where is the fast coming from? Alright, let's look at the variety holes here, since I haven't actually seen the scorecard. So for me, I'm looking for variety in the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s. You know, short and long. So the 3s are 178, 238. That's a long one. That's what she said. 164 and 218. I would like to personally have seen a par 3 that's under 150 yards, but that's just personal preference. The par fours are either really long or really short, looks like. Except for the last three. Last three are kind of medium. Okay, so there's some variety there. I like that. Par fives are good. Okay. Yeah, so the variety's not bad. I'd be interested to see how some of these play. Chop my way down here. All right. I set up a nice birdie here. Probably could have been an eagle if I didn't fast the drive. But that's okay. Alright, as I would expect, the planting is top notch. Bunkers look good. All three of these tee shots so far have been spot on. This is kind of an interesting drive here. Pro clubs, you really have to determine which way you want to go. Why would I go to the right there? Other than it's a nice bailout area. The driver, I think I can carry all that trash anyway. Another fast. Oof. It's just barely fast too. So that drive's a lot more difficult for pro clubs, or probably into a stiff headwind there. See, this is a better green. Right, you've got some slope in it. You've got areas where you can place pins. I'm sure you've got a pin in that back left corner, but it's not like a 5x5 square where I've got a ball to land. A chance for a ball to land there. .159 on the green speeds. That worries me a little bit that these greens are a little slopey. But as I don't tend to use very fast all that much on the CC tours, it's okay. A nice looking par 3 here. It's an interesting green. See, before I score this, I'll play the other pin sets so I get a better idea of some of these other spots on the greens here. But that is definitely an interesting green. Oh, that's tee boxes over there. I was wondering what that was behind the bunker, but that's a tee box. 179, 183. Probably hits right in that bank and dies. Yep. Oh, stay there. All right. Nope. That hole I'm going to be interested to see where the other pins are. Another great looking par 5 down the cliff here. Back-to-back centerline bunkers here. I'm not a huge fan of that. Do you share a fairway in this hole? Is that why? Okay, yeah. I was wondering why there's that whole other fairway over to the left, but you're sharing a fairway. Alright. Hey, I didn't fast one. How about that? Oh, that's such a good looking shot right there. Really like that. Good green shape. Rewards a good shot, penalizes a bad shot. Assuming you've got the cliff to be out of bounds. We'll have a look at that here in a second. Yep. Okay. Alright, checked up. Wanted to make sure I didn't blow it over that little crest there. Alright. Not a birdie. Interesting little alcove there. Kind of fits with what you've been doing though. Does that also share a fairway? Yeah, it looks like right. Maybe? Maybe not? Yeah, it's the other hole I just played, right? Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, there's the fast again. That's right. Definitely seems to be a little bit of an advantage to a Master Club player here. I'm sure you've played this a bunch on Pro Clubs, so... Not too worried about the Pro Clubs. But there is a little bit of a bias towards Master Clubs so far. God, I'm just fasting everything here. The screen's got some slope to it. I'll be interested to see this one too, how it plays on the other pins. Alright, the short one. Oh goody, you do give me a chance to drive it. Okay. You do give me a chance to drive it. That time I was trying to get it fast. Oh, go in for a 1. Yeah, so that's my good short par 4 there. In this wind condition, it's not so bad. It's pretty benign. Stayed there. That's another birdie. All right, 238. A long shot. Oh, got another iffy pin here. I mean, you've got a lot of room to the left, which is your saving grace here, but you can't miss right at all. Which, with this long of a shot on CC, I'm not a giant fan of. I don't know that this will even get there, but I don't have another club. Yeah. And that's off the green. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. This giant slope I don't mind, but give me some room to the left to actually hit that shot and not have a stupidly fast putt down the hill. Oh, I killed that chip. I killed the flop. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, not a huge fan of that par 3, Matt, if I'm being honest. Oh God. Gonna get away with it though. Gonna get away with it though. Alright, see, this is kind of like what I'm talking about. Like, you can't miss to the right, but you're giving me room to miss left. I mean, I've got, what, 8 yards there? don't you take a hop and then check. Alright. It's a good birdie. Alright, nice front nine. A couple holes I wouldn't care for personally. More of that first pin. But overall, pretty solid as expected. Definitely one of the cleaner courses I've played so far, which again is also expected. Alright, that's a better looking green. No, I pushed it. I pushed it. Look at the swing line there. It's definitely a push. So far I think I'm lacking what am I trying to say? I'm lacking the choices off the tee. Right, it's been driver, pretty much driver on everything so far. Right, so I would like to see a little bit more strategy involved in the fairways. Oh, that's gotta go. Alright, got away with it. Yeah, because everything's been driver, 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 like without really thinking about it so much. Alright. Alright. 34, 39. Well, that kind of rolled out on me a little bit. All right. This weather definitely does the course justice. Again, I don't know how this would look in a clear sky, which ought to be really interesting. Generally not a fan of the overcast skies, but it definitely works here. All right, par 3, 164. All right, you've got a kind of a feeder here on either side. Oh, what the hell? Did I misclub that? What? I must have misclubbed that. I must have misclubbed that because I didn't think I missed that short. Or I took off when I shouldn't have. I don't know what happened there. Alright. I don't have much to say, man. Other than the fact, like I said earlier, I'm missing some challenge off the tee in terms of like having to think a little bit. And the difficulty is definitely spot on. Difficulty is definitely spot on. I think it's a little slanted towards Masters clubs than Pro clubs. That was a little bit of a dick punch move, and another pin, Matt, where I'm like, I just realized that was a 59% lie as I was hitting that. Which caused me to very fast it to make sure I got it up there. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. Again, I feel like that's a little small for green. That's as slopey as it is. But then when you get up on the green, it's actually not that bad. So, maybe not. How about that for birdie? Easiest birdie ever, right? Alright, see, and again, this is a 2-wood. Again, why would I hit 2-wood there? Just hit driver, smack it down the middle. What's going on at this green complex here? What is that slope down there at the bottom? What is this hump here? What is that? Why is that there? That's weird. Where am I? I'm there. That's kind of a weird trough. This whole courses look natural until I get to there, and then that doesn't look natural anymore. Ah. Alright, yeah. Like I said, you know, environment's there, difficulty's there, cleanliness is there. It's a little bit on the boring side. Only because I've not been challenged off the tee. Right, I just hit driver on every shot. I am going to be interested to see these other pins. Because it seems like all the challenge in this course is in the greens, which in itself is not bad. Yeah, but you want a well-rounded challenge for a tour course. Alright, so we finished with a par 3. Interesting, par 3. Look at this green. Okay, that back pin could be interesting. That back pin could be interesting. Alright, not my favorite closing hole either. I almost feel like you could have switched those 2 9s around. Alright. Definitely well done. Definitely got the looks. I'm kind of nitpicking, like I said, in my thoughts that the tee shots are not challenging enough. Having a little bit more wind and probably a vary from fairway may change that opinion. Um, I thought all the difficulty in this course was in the greens, which in some spots bordered on too difficult for CC. Again, I'm going to hold off on that judgment until I've played the other pin sets. But like I said, your technical execution is perfect in my eyes. I wouldn't expect anything less. It's very clean, very nice to look at. It flows naturally, except for that one spot where you've got that little ravine, which looked weird for me, but that's just personal opinion. You know, and then the holes all made sense, right? They flowed well together. You connected them with fairway. That all looked great. So I'm sure this is going to do just fine in the contest. We'll have to see how the other judge scores it. But you know where to reach me if you want to talk about any of this. So with that, I will wish you good luck in the contest.